Welcome back to another episode of the Well-Hatted Cinema Club. Yeah, we're back, man. My name is Eric, as always, and today I'm joined, as always, by my incredibly handsome co-host over here. We got Micah and we got Phil. Look at this guy, man. Wow. For our audio video listeners, we actually got Brian. But gentlemen, how we doing today? How we feeling?
Ooh, shades.
Yeah,
Shades
I
guy.
know, that feels aggressive. I feel like that's aggressive.
Guys, you good? That's good to hear. It's a little rainy day down here, but we're powering through it as always. We got another locked-in, jam-packed episode for us, so let's hop into the schedule. Episode 13. Nothing unlucky about that. We're going to start with our movie news roundup. A lot since last week because we did our episode a little earlier in the week, so we got a lot to catch up on. Then we're going to go through our movie of the week, which Mike has chosen for us. It's a doozy. And then we're going to have a little Kahoot sort of game that Mike has teed up for us. So it's going to be a good one. And then we got a little surprise for everyone at the end in terms of setting up next week's episode. But as always, we're going to go around the horn here and talk about what we've been watching. So I'll kick it over to you first, Brian. I think the last couple of weeks I've sent it to Micah, and he's always like, why you starting with me, man? Why you starting with me? So, Brian, what have you been watching, man?
I felt attacked.
Well, I'm checking the letterbox real quick because I just want to make sure I didn't miss something. But what I did watch the other night, one good, one bad. I rewatched 28 Weeks Later because I had seen it not that long ago, but Carly wanted to see it because she wants to go see the third one when it drops. I think it's a great sequel. I think a lot of people. I like the first one better. I like how it was shot on a PS. You know, like a little what's the calculator?
Camcorder.
TI-83s. Yeah, well, there's a camcorder now. But one that I actually want to talk about quickly is I watched The Drop, starring that chick from White Lotus and that guy from
the original season, or
no, The Drop. No, it's the one with the
Oh, from season 2.
No, she's in season 2. Yeah.
Yes.
It's the one. It's the one you probably. Why did you get? I'm so confused. It's the one where the girl's on a date, and like she's getting all these airdrops threatening. So the guy who directed it is Christopher Landon. I don't want to quote his name wrong. He did like Freaky with Vince Vaughn. He did the Happy Death Day movies. So he's made fun movies, and you can really, really tell he tried. Like the way they move the camera around, like you can tell it's very deliberate. They do a lot with the text on screen. They make it almost like a play at times.
Yeah.
Where like she's like reading the text and like goes like, "I could be your waiter," and like they do clever things. The script is just awful, like so bad. It's like. I said in my letter, it's like "Shut Up and Dance." That Black Mirror episode was written by your aunt because, like, the whole beginning, when their date dialogue is awful, and then the twist later that comes on, like when it's like, "Oh, what happened?" And then I thought the movie was over, and I was like, "Oh, that was kind of cool." And they're like, "Wait, there's still a man with a gun in her house." And then they have this whole sequence at the end that I shit you not involves a remote control car bringing a gun to a girl so she can save the day. It was bad. It was so bad.
Did the director also write it?
No.
Okay.
The one, that's something I
Innocent.
checked. The two people who wrote it, they don't have pictures, but they must have been around for a little bit in the industry. The two biggest movies they've written were the Blumhouse Fantasy Island remake and the Blumhouse Truth or Dare movie that everyone fucking hated.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they're not exactly great. A great start to that. Yeah. So yeah. It was a bit of a doo-doo fest, but we had fun. We had a fun time watching it. And obviously, 28 Weeks Later was a nice palate cleanser. So yeah, I'll pass it along to Micah. Do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. Bit of a sicko of I was unpacking. There's this movie I want to see. So I watched the first 5 Final Destinations this past week.
Good call.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
Yeah, I'd say like 3. 3 had a good mix of real actors and an interesting story, creative, deaths, and it just felt more like a real movie. They're all super tight. I think 90 minutes is the longest movie.
Yeah.
So I was able to just burn right through them. One Mission Impossible is two of these.
Even when they're
Fair.
bad, they move like, you know what I mean? They're so
But
quick.
yeah,
You're not like,
it's not like they're killing you slowly. It's like, I know it hurts. It'll be over like real soon. And yeah, the quality is
Yeah.
just a real roller coaster. Not to bring up the third one again, but it is. James Wong directed the best two. He directed the first one
Sure.
and the third one, and there's a noticeable difference in those.
Yeah.
4 is by far the worst. Titled
is that the prequel?
that's
one?
no yes
Is
no
that-
no that's that
What's
Final
the-
Destination 5. They had to
Yeah,
come
what's
in
the
and they were
one-
like, we can't go out like that.
Yeah,
And they were
Five
out
is
for
one
that.
that
takes
ends
it
with
back
the-
to 1. What is
Five's
the,
one
what's
that
the big
ends with the
accident
plane.
in 4? I don't remember the big
The
accident.
plane?
In 4.
Sorry, Eric.
Yes.
Yeah.
The big
Oh.
accident in 4 is the NASCAR race. And so this movie
Oh.
is the lowest budget, and also it coincides with the big 3D crave, the hype.
Oh no.
So it's poorly CGI'd cars. Like, you can see, based on the lighting and the shot selection, that they filmed a race, they filmed their actors, and they went back and added a bunch of tires. So it looks like, when I first got like a tablet, there's this app you could do where you could like drop a rock or fire a rocket at someone, and it would just overlay it on your image. It looks like that. It looks
Yeah.
cheap. It looks like
Yeah,
it looks real cheap. And
That's funny.
the acting is like,
God
I've seen
damn.
better acting on adult websites. It's crazy.
It is kind of
it's
funny you said that.
dude. It's bad.
It's funny you say that, Micah. Micah, it's funny you say that though, because like I think it's like a weird universal. Like, apparently people really like 6 now. 3, I feel like most people, if you like these movies, is your favorite, or 1 maybe. A lot of people like 2 just because the opening scene is so iconic, but I
Mhm.
feel like 2 is kind of good bad. But 4 and 5, everyone kind of agrees the worst. Although 5, I think, kind of brought some people back in with the ending. Like, right?
Five's not
5's
bad.
better.
It's
5's
just
all right. 4 is the worst by far.
Oh, so bad. So
Yeah.
it's like racist too. It's like, what are we doing? I don't know what's going on. Yeah, very bizarre. And then I tried to
That's
look up.
cool.
Yeah, I don't know, but interesting series. Came out
Yeah.
of James Wong, who didn't he also do Saw?
That's a different James Wong. It's two different. It's two
Juan
different
and Wong.
characters.
Oh my god.
There's two different. No, it's two different. No, trust me, because I had a similar thing. I was like, no way, James Wan did Final Destination. No, it's a different James Wong with a G
God
is
damn.
Final
All right.
Destination. Wan. No, because I mean, listen. It's a fair guess. It's a horror director named James, and no, it's different. I
Okay.
don't really know as much about James Wong. I'm checking right now. Is James Wong G has only directed 3 or 4 movies.
Two
Final
of them,
Destination's
Final-
1.
Yeah.
Jet Li's the 1,
Well, I like that
and
movie.
the Dragon Ball
Ooh.
live action.
With him sliding on his head. I was
Oh.
seeing clips of that for some reason.
That's a rough one though. Like he's written Jet Li's the 1 and the first 1 and 3 Final Destinations. He hasn't really done anything, man.
I will say that I saw it on TV as a child, but I liked Jet Li's the one.
I don't really have an opinion about that one. But being the director, being the one attached to the Dragon Ball live action is a tough bid to get over. I'm not going to pretend like it isn't.
No, he doesn't
Um,
have the Unbreakable or the Sixth Sense to get
To
him
get
out
him
of
out
it
of
like
jail.
Yeah.
M. Night
Yeah.
did.
Like M Night Shyamalan has enough like a gem spread here and there that gets him to. It gives him like some
Yeah.
little bit of
Yeah.
leeway. Eric, sorry, we kind of got distracted. What tell us about what you've been watching? Yeah.
No, I'm gonna see that
Got you.
tomorrow probably.
Got you. Not too much for me.
Looks pretty good.
Just
I've heard
don't
good
walk
things.
away, baby.
Um,
Yeah, he lives across from the theater now. That's absolutely
I'm so
ludicrous.
excited to be part of this. So I don't have too much to go on into the way of movies. I finished out the second season of The Last of Us. As I'm sure a lot of people, although there was a huge drop off at HBO marked in the amount of viewers since the first season finale
People are not
took away
enjoying it.
the season finale from the premiere. I'm not somebody that's played the games yet. I'm excited to. A little bit of a head scratcher with the season. I think the season really came to a halt middle of the way through. I won't give a whole spiel on the season because obviously, like, we could do that if we wanted. But I'm excited for season 3.
Played. Yeah, we can do a live.
Yeah, I'm excited for season 3. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see more of Abby,
I'll give it that.
her story. I just think, even for the casual viewer, it's a bit of a jolting way to end the season. 7 episodes is not nearly enough for this story. And I think this season's weird where it had some very high highs with episode 2 and 6 for the whole series as a whole, and then some very low lows. So compared to the first season where I thought it had a pretty high floor the entire time and a lot of highs. So excited to see more. I think maybe they'll learn a lesson or two with a little bit of the writing bips. But yeah, any thoughts?
Yeah,
on
I mean,
that?
I played the game twice. I mean, it's a great game. I told Eric, I was telling you the other day, it's like my second favorite game of all time. The story I love, but we don't have to go into it because I know we have a lot to cover today. But it's one game of the year and it's extremely popular. But the reason it won game of the year and it's so popular, the story, people either loved it or hated it. The gameplay is so much fun that it won a bunch of awards. So now you release as a TV show that's already kind of a step down in terms of writing. The pacing's a little all over the place. And you take a very controversial story, and people are going to be divisive about it. But they've made changes from the game in terms of pacing and some stuff, and people go like, they ruined this scene. I'm like, yeah, but also like the general cliff note, like the benchmarks, like we are following the game. We're at the halfway point ish, a little bit before the halfway point of the game. They cut it off. I don't know. People are never happy. I think the show is fine. I don't think it's breaking any records, but it's fine. I think it's enjoyable.
Yep.
I'm excited for season 3.
So 4 seasons, like ultimately they're saying that makes sense to you?
Yeah. So if people are going to be pissed about this too, I'm guessing that they're going to do Abby's story to season 3, and season 3 is going to end right where we fucking saw season 2 end, which is or there's a little confrontation there, and then other stuff after. Maybe they'll show that too. I think they might have to, or people will burn down their studio lot, because that's crazy. Because it'll be a good season because Abby's story is very interesting, but it is kind of nuts to double back and then wait 2 years, because you wait in the game, you do it, but you get to instantly do that, not wait 2 years, sit through a whole nother season of television. I don't know. We'll see. But they had to do it this way, otherwise the story wouldn't work. So maybe it just wasn't meant to be made a television show.
Maybe not. We'll see.
We'll see. But
all right.
Nope, nothing else. Let's jump straight into the movie news. I can go ahead and kick us off here with the top. Coming off a big Memorial Day weekend here. Lilo and Stitch had the biggest domestic opening for a movie ever for Memorial Day weekend with $187 million. Leave, fellas. This is live action. What do we think about that?
Stop taking your kids to crap. Stop taking your kid. This is at first I was just like, sorry, I'm not gonna get heated. I need to calm down. I didn't think much of this initially, but the more I'm hearing about this and seeing clips from the movie, I'm like, what are we doing? Like, it looks lifeless. They made changes. I'm like, of course they did, guys. Calm down. They're like, no, Nani gives Lilo to the state. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's bananas. Like when they're like, Captain Bantu's not in it. I'm like, well, I get it. That would have been a really expensive CGI shark thing. But what do you mean? What do you mean? They're not Native Hawaiian. They're like mixed, and then she goes back to this. That's weird. That's really weird.
Yeah, I didn't hear really anything super positive, but also I did hear a counter argument that this year there've really only been 3 big theatrical releases for children. Minecraft, this movie, and a third that I'm blanking on. But and they've all made money because that's all that's out for kids.
Yeah, I guess.
It was Snow. Well, Snow White didn't make money, but
I guess it makes sense, right? Like, I mean, you want to bring your kid to a movie theater, or your kids want to go see a movie, and it's like, I guess it's a good point. There was no Trolls or Secret Life of Pets or Disney animated movie that I can think of off the top of my head. I guess it was Inside Out too.
They're coming out later. Like Elio comes out soon.
Yeah. No, I get. Listen, I probably would have brought my kid to see this movie too, because I want to go to the movies, and I have a kid. The fuck else am I going to go see? But I would have had thoughts, because I told you guys last week I rewatched Lilo and Stitch the animated movie. That is a most surprisingly heartfelt. That shit is short and sweet. Bang, they get you right in, they get you right out. It's great. I just don't know if they needed to do all this, especially with all the controversy with
Yeah,
Hawaii
Yeah.
and like the tourism thing and Disney basically
Yeah,
pouring
that
out
wasn't.
Hawaii for this shit. Eric, I mean, what this is the whole thing you did learn in class like
Yeah, it's
a
the
decade ago.
Giving up on native talent.
yeah, and the perversion of Hawaiian culture. I mean, Moana's one thing with Polynesian culture in general, but like Disney. I'm curious because I remember when Moana came out, Disney timed that with the opening of their Maui like Disney resort, and so I'm
Yeah.
curious if there's anything on the side going on with that with
Fucked
Lilo
up.
and Stitch and how Native Hawaiians feel about this in general. But that's a whole other conversation. But I mean, biggest domestic opening for a movie ever is for Memorial Day weekend is a good thing. The movies it was going up against, it took that mantle from Top Gun Maverick in 2022, which is made 160 million, which still to me is a bigger
That's
win
crazy.
in my opinion for like the type of movie Top Gun Maverick is and
Yeah.
the year, obviously. Like talk about saving a movie.
Well, that was the movie
Yeah,
that kicked off.
it
the
saved
theaters.
movies.
I mean, they had to. I mean, that's what I guess I'm right. It's like you said, and Mike. You said this a while back on one of the episodes we were talking about. You were like, "What Disney does is they do push for theaters, which as movie likers, that's good.
Yeah. You
But it's
gotta,
like I just don't like it. I don't like
Right.
encouraging this.
That's a
kind
good way of
movie.
putting it.
It's
Yeah.
tough, though. Yeah. But how did Reckoning look like? It did pretty well though.
It
That's
did.
opener. I mean, that was
It did. So Final Reckoning played its role in what turned out to be the biggest domestic Memorial Day weekend ever, coming in
Little bit
with
of rain.
77 million domestic. Just not bad. Our theater was packed when Eric and I saw it,
yeah.
and you were just telling me, Brian.
So I was in a Tuesday at noon in Braintree in Massachusetts, which is like a town south of me. Yeah, not packed by any means, but I thought I was going to be the only one in there.
Nope.
I was not. I should have gone to the 11. I should have gone to the 11 a.m. I could have kicked my feet up.
Man, I love a good
Um,
old people showing early as fuck in the
Yeah.
morning.
I love those. They're great. There's
They're just in
nobody
their
in there.
coffin.
You get. Yeah, I like how there's no line for snacks though. I can just walk right in and get my popcorn.
Easy.
And go.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's great. But no, it's good. I mean, it was rainy around here. I don't know how it was down for you guys, but New England, it was all rain. So I think people went to the movies.
Smart.
Memorial Day.
Smart.
Yeah, we might have caught what you had because our Memorial Day weekend was pretty
Mhm.
sunny for the most part.
But biggest opening in
Well,
the
listen,
franchise
movies are back.
is
This is good.
good though for the amount of marketing and the bounce back from
I
Dead
didn't-
Reckoning. Obviously, Dead Reckoning didn't make as much money as obviously they hoped they would, but that's I think the timing with Barbenheimer. But
Yeah, what did
Yeah.
didn't they put it? Didn't they intend like the studio fucked them with that? Right? They put it right after
The week
Barbenheimer, the
before.
week before
Yeah.
Barbenheimer. Like they were doomed.
Well,
Um,
the highs and lows of
um,
being a walking studio. Tom made the call, and
Yeah.
he got
Yeah.
Barbenheimered.
um, I was surprised by some of the money that some of these movies made. Mission Impossible. Like I thought the Ghost Protocol. Like I remember that movie being a big deal when it came out, and I feel like it didn't make as much money. I forget what the
Yeah,
number.
we were
I saw
talking about
was,
it
but
last
it's-
week.
these movies don't make a ton, right?
Well, like
Yeah.
I think most of them came out like pre-streaming, so these are like DVD sales. The DVDs were in
Yeah,
my
no,
house.
no, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. Like Mission Impossible 2 DVD, I think we had in my house
Mm-hmm.
or something like that. Or my uncle had. I think my uncle had the trilogy, the first trilogy.
Yeah.
They're very. No, I know they had other ways of making money. I just think it's funny. I remember Ghost Protocol. I saw that one in theaters,
Mhm.
and then that was in a time where I couldn't even drive myself to a theater. So I don't know. I'm the same.
But
That was interesting.
speaking of Barbenheimer,
this.
God.
I ordered these
I
for a
told
reason.
you. I told you. Everyone said, "How are they gonna put this movie out in less than a year?"
They
They're
can't.
not. Fucking movies are gonna be dog shit. Every cast, what I'm seeing, they're just playing golf and hanging out.
I saw, I saw that too.
Those movies are gonna fucking suck. I bet you Secret Wars does not come out in 2027. That shit's coming out in 2028.
That's a good
Well,
guess.
I'm
yeah.
telling you.
What we're talking about is the next two Avengers movies have moved their release date. Doomsday
Yeah.
has moved back to December 18th, 26, and Secret Wars has moved back to December 17th, 27. And we're crossing our fingers for another delay. because
that's
another big movie's coming
no.
out December 18th, 2026, and that's
Mhm.
Dune Messiah. And I really don't want it to get bumped back.
No, I do not.
I don't want to get bumped back. Doomsday can keep getting delayed.
Yeah.
But if they have to come out, but they won't do this. It's a problem. Like if you look me in the eye and say, okay, well we're gonna have to split IMAX screens.
No way.
Fucking choke
No.
out a Russo brother. I don't.
But which one, Brian? That's the question.
No
I
way.
don't ca- like. I don't know which one's the one. I feel like there's the quiet one. He can stay. There's two of them. You know what I'm talking about? There's always. I feel like I only ever see one talking.
Oh, whichever one does all the tweeting, he could probably
Go.
I
fuck
think that's
right off.
Anthony.
Yeah,
That's
he
Anthony.
can go.
No wait.
Which one was the gay one in game?
I guess the one who talks all the time, isn't it?
Ah.
Yeah.
He would be the one to put himself in
Yeah.
front of the camera. Marvel's first gay
He's also-
character.
He actually has two roles in the MCU because he's also the dead guy in Civil War. But that was when we were all
Yeah.
fans of the Russo brothers.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Remember when Zemo or whatever is posing as the
Yeah.
freight car.
Mhm.
He's posing
Freka.
like they show a picture and it's one of the Russo brothers with like he's one of the Russo brothers like slit with his throat slit in the bathtub.
Interesting.
That's him.
That's a good
Yeah.
little.
That's sorry. I just remember that. I
I
don't,
don't
know why I
love
remember
that
that camera.
Disney is this
Fuck
confident
that.
with their Avengers movie that they can just decide Dune Messiah. Yeah, like they
you
just
just
move
do
it to
that?
the day of Dune Messiah. Like
Fuck.
that's
I mean, thank God this is the third one, not the second one,
Right.
because like I needed to make sure Doom Messiah got greenlit. We're good now.
I do think to your
That's
point.
annoying, though.
I will say, I think they have the leverage.
I think to Brian's point, there's a solid chance that
'Cause-
this Avengers movie probably does get pushed again. If we're being honest,
They'll probably do. Don't they always do May releases? I feel like
that's
for
when this
Avengers
one was
movies? I
supposed to
feel
come
like
out. I'm pretty sure, or
it's been
July,
Fucking eight.
May or July, I think.
Fucking move to the summer, you pricks.
Before
Yeah, it was gonna
Spider-Man.
come out
Fine.
before Spider-Man,
Sure,
but
fine,
now
I don't care. Fucking
I think they probably wrote Tom Holland's character back into Doomsday. They're realizing that they don't have any. They're looking at Simu Liu and they're like,
I'm
"Fuck, we have nobody."
convinced.
So they need to get Tom Holland.
Dude, I'm telling you, I think this movie is like being rendered before our very eyes. Like, I think they have an idea, but like when they didn't pull the plug on Kang Dynasty until
No,
not
dude.
that fucking long ago.
This is this
Yeah.
is the same as the Rise
I
of
think this movie
Skywalker.
is being
They're
assembled
genuinely
right before
writing the script on the set right now,
Yeah.
and I was kind of excited after Thunderbolts
Mm-hmm.
and maybe what the Fantastic Four's got going on, but like this, I think is
I
genuinely
do
going
too,
to be
yeah.
a shit show, and I think they're going to mishandle all the good sentiment
Yeah,
that
it's bad.
even like older people, like not to age us, but like
Mm-hmm.
fans that grew up watching the originals, the Infinity Saga,
Mm-hmm.
are going to be watching this and being like, "Hey, back."
He slipped
Yeah.
back into Star Wars there for a second.
Watching this series and just be like, "What are we doing?" Like,
Fantastic Four is going to have to be really good for me to even. Thunderbolts was good enough that for a brief moment I was like, maybe Doomsday will be all right. Then I remembered who we're
Yeah.
fucking dealing with here.
yeah,
I was like, oh, and it came right back. Oh my god.
Okay. Follow up to
Go
this
ahead.
though.
hmm
Do you think it could be a good thing for both movies? Dune is, not as big of a box office draw as peak Marvel, and current Marvel, the confidence is lacking.
Right. Where
Do you
Dune is
think-
probably confidence at an
Right.
all-time high, right?
Trying to recreate. I know, they tried a couple times, never caught on. They just quietly released the movies coming after Barbenheimer, and I don't know if the audience is different for these two movies enough. So it's like a Barbenheimer. It's like where, hey, he's
there's
going to
too
see
much over-
Oppenheimer, and she's going to
Yeah.
I
go
think
see
there's too
Barbie.
much overlap.
You think so?
There's
Yeah.
too much overlap. I just worry because like I think Dune is kind of a newer, like it's a newer thing that especially since Dune 2 came out, like people are really getting into it. There's been the fans, but Marvel, like that's the thing. It's like unless the only way this movie that the Dune would edge out this movie like OD is if the early reviews of Doomsday are fucking atrocious, which they might be.
I mean,
But like if it's
like Captain
it's a
America
moderate-
bad.
if it's a moderate enough, like if it's mediocre reviews, like
But even,
we'll
like-
fucking see it. And then the other thing you think about too is like the Russos don't they shoot it for IMAX, Micah? That's the other thing I'm thinking about. Here, I'm pretty sure they
If
shoot the
Captain
Avengers
America
movies
was
for IMAX. They
for
shot Thunderbolts for
IMAX,
IMAX.
and that was what they were plugging, then I'm sure this Avengers movie is
Yeah.
going to be doing that. And we already know the Dune movie is shot for IMAX, so like then
So,
we're
yeah,
gonna
that's
be
problem.
splitting IMAX theaters, and it's not
This is ridiculous.
gonna work. It's gonna be
No, that's fine.
ultimately Disney's gonna win out that
No,
battle.
I don't like that. No,
and
that-
they're gonna get IMAX theaters. So
Yeah.
What if we give Marvel the Dolby theater?
Take
that
it.
can be their premium theater,
take
big and
fuck you.
loud
It's
or
like you guys-
whatever.
I feel like Dune earned IMAX, right? So it's
Yeah,
like,
Dune, you need IMAX.
I feel like you can't be like, you got to be like, you guys need to prove your worth of IMAX. Like Thunderbolts, I know was shot for IMAX. I don't know if you needed to see that.
No,
one
we saw it in
IMAX.
Dolby.
Like,
Yeah, no, we
Yeah,
saw it in
and-
Dolby,
and-
and it was just great, just great. Yeah,
yeah, it is funny. I did see like I saw Mission Impossible in theaters, obviously, but it was not one of like the primo theaters. It's a regular AMC, and like it's still dope because it's bigger than any TV I can watch. It's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just it's fun. It's just funny, like the difference when you go. Then like when I saw Sinners in IMAX, and I walk in, I'm like, oh yeah. This is
Right.
way different. Like you forget when you keep going to regular movies and you go into an IMAX screen. Well, listen, it's a lot of time off here, and like, bro, they're having set leaks, people coughing. Like, it's very possible they're like, we were lying. It's coming out in 2027.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Like, I don't know. Or Dune might.
I don't want Dune to move because one of
Would
these
it move
movies
up?
will be in awards contention, and pushing yourself back to
Fuck,
March
No, yeah,
will shoot you in the head.
right. Because that's what happened to
Versus
Dune
coming
2.
out in like
Agreed.
December.
Like Dune 2 probably would have lost. Can you imagine like Dune 2? Like, we talked about this before. But like Dune 2 would have lost probably to Oppenheimer. I don't know. Probably. We had the opportunity. Like one, you have the opportunity of having Killers, Dune, and Oppenheimer in one like awards season, and would have got at least nominated for a lot more stuff. Like Denis would have gotten a director nod if it was
Hopefully, yeah.
2023 versus 2024 when it got buried. It just, I don't know. It's just one of those things. You're right. The first one came out.
It was
I
in
remember
like
near my birthday.
November-ish.
Because I remember seeing that in theaters around my birthday. So I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if like I know they picked these release dates for a reason, but like would Dune move up? Like go for like a November release?
That
It might be like
wouldn't be
fucking-
as bad. You would just have that
Right.
wall of this is when you lose your premium theaters.
Yeah, but I feel like if Dune goes, if they could do it, if like production allows it, I feel like they might be better off going for a fall release and be like, fine, fucking Disney, you want your Christmas arc? Like we're not gonna fight you on it because you're gonna fucking bully us out of it, and I just don't want to deal with it. I don't know. I can see it. Dune's Day.
Dune's Day is
That is a kinda
it
sick
is
name.
It's
tough.
growing on
for-
me. It's
I
growing
just
on
said,
me.
Micah, TM that. TM that.
But
All
so
right.
even say I
I'm
completely
sure you
forgot
got
about
that
this
somewhere,
point
but-
with 2026. Did you guys see the tweet about like the other movies coming out that month in December? It's like Shrek
What?
5.
What else is coming
There's
out?
a couple of them.
Boy.
Ice
Ice Age
yeah, yeah.
6.
Pull it out, yeah. Okay, well. That one's not as exciting. I do like Ice Age, but they feel like they've lost a little bit of momentum.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you see
hey.
Ice Age 5?
Oh, here
Shrek 5.
Here we
I
go.
did not.
Dune Messiah, Avengers Doomsday, Ice Age 6. Those are all supposed to come out on December 18th, by the way. Shrek 5.
What the fuck? That's crazy.
And then it's not
I've not-
what is this pod, gentlemen? What do we talk about the most? The Chronicles of Narnia reboot. It's Narnia
Narnia?
time on Christmas. And then Jumanji 3
Dumbness.
also.
Jeez, yeah, no, take that off. Get
Yeah.
out of that month, dude. Get out.
I think they
There's
move
too many
up.
movies.
I genuinely think before all of that,
What was the last one?
No,
Sorry,
I
Eric,
think-
did I cut you off?
move up. I'm with you.
Yeah, I think move up. You got to. You got to. I mean, I feel like I think they can do it, right? I mean, haven't they already started
Nah,
shooting
Timmy-
it? Have they not started shooting it?
They
Shooting
shoot
started in
this
the
summer is what
He's
I'm
still at
being
those
told.
Pacers Knicks games, bro. Like he was there last night in Indiana.
Timmy's in Indianapolis, bro. He looks sick to his stomach, bro.
They're shooting everything
Uh,
but his scenes so he can come in. He's gonna bring a real pain like we've
I
never
hope
seen.
so, honestly.
Yeah. Did you see him say to Ernie, I'm gonna play you
Sick.
in the biopic.
Very cool.
That was funny.
Gotta wait a couple years.
Speaking of bright lights. Neon
Wow.
lights.
Yeah.
All right.
Neon's been killing it the last year or two. They've been they've been in charge of some of the biggest, like I'd say, horror and like kind of like different releases of last year. And Micah, I know who wrote this. You wanna
Yeah,
You
yeah.
wanna talk us through it?
So, I mean, they were posting like the Jordan picture, so I figured we'd bring it up. But Neon wins their 6th Palme d'Or at Cannes when they bought Jafar Panahi's It Was Just an Accident, which is an Iranian film about a driver who, gets abducted by a guy who thought he was torturing him. And it's a whole story about like morality and identity and that kind of thing. But what's funny is Neon won this year, or they bought the winner this year, and also the past 5 years. And so that's like Anora, Anatomy of a Fall, Triangle of Sadness, Titane, and Parasite. So like 2 of those won Best Picture, and I think all but 2 have been nominated. So I don't know. Keep an eye out for It Was Just an Accident.
Neon's kind of smoking A24 when it comes to at least awards season.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like
what did they put out? What have they put out this last year? I'm trying to think.
No, I was just saying. I think there's always we were talking about it with like the way Thunderbolts was advertising themselves, like trying to bank off the public like goodwill that's or like artsy goodwill that people have towards A24. When it really like Neon's kind of cooking with gas right now when it comes to at least awards.
Yeah, they let me pull up this year for like I was just pulling up some right now. Hell of a Summer, The Monkey, Presence, Anora, Long Legs, Immaculate. They have other ones too. I'm just kind of skipping over the ones. I'm doing some of the big ones. Those are just the ones in the last like year that they put out that they've distributed. And those are some pretty big horror releases. Then you have Anatomy of the Fall. They had a lot of international films too.
Mm-hmm.
They did the re-release of Old Boy. They did a lot of stuff. Jesus, yeah. They kind of were slow in there a little bit, but they've been killing it. Like last year, they've been picking up a lot of these independent horror releases.
Yeah.
And obviously with Osgood Perkins, it's just raking them in some dough. So that's good for them.
One of those was Sydney Sweeney's, and then you've got
I like
Finn Wolfhard's movies. So they're also, they're buying small too.
And Sydney Sweeney's one, they had one of the funniest promos. Immaculate, it was fine. It was very much the first Omen and Immaculate. People talk about like it's I'll tell the story after because it's kind of funny.
Yeah. It's about like how they had like Catholic only like mass screenings.
Well, yeah, no, there was that, but then there's also another funny part that I feel like people didn't talk about with this movie. Or maybe they didn't, I just didn't hear it, but I just want to bring it up. Oh, they did Bratz. I feel like I heard of that one.
Bratz?
What else did I see here?
Like the dolls?
Maybe not. No, I don't know, never mind. I didn't see The Actor or 2073 or at the end, but some good ones. Oh, they have Life of Chuck. They own Life of Chuck too.
Yeah, they're pushing Life of Chuck hard, but I don't know what even that movie's about.
Yeah, but I heard it won People's Choice at TIFF.
Yeah, I know it's a big
deal. I love Mike Flanagan, and I mean, it looks he takes a lot of care with his movies. So I feel like even if it's not like his best, I feel like you're gonna go into that movie and be like, well, that was good. Like it's gonna be an enjoyable film. I've heard it made Cinema Joe said it made him cry.
Sometimes a movie that's too earnest puts me on my heels.
Yeah, I feel you though. Like I feel like it could be a little bit. It might. I think with Mike Flanagan, sometimes, and I'll talk about this when Eric comes back on. He like Midnight Mass. I love pretty much everything he's done, but I'll even admit there's like 1 or 2 times when someone starts monologuing and you're like, okay, fucking calm down. Like when in Midnight Mass, when that girl's like, "What do you think happens after we die?" She's like, "Oh, my neurons." I'm like, "Yeah, this is what normal people talk like, Mike." Or like, you know what I mean? Like everyone has to fucking monologue, and so I get it. But this one's gonna have a bunch of like, "What's the meaning of life?"
I thought Phoenician Scheme is opening this weekend, but probably only in LA and New York. Gotta wait a week.
Yeah. I have a lot of movies to see in theaters this week because I want to see Life of Chuck, Bring Her Back, 28 years later. I want to see The Phoenician Scheme. That's 4 right there coming out in the next like 3 weeks. There's a big month for movies.
Yeah.
I was saying there's 3 movies there's a bunch of movies in June I want to see in theaters. Bring Her Back, Life of Chuck, 28 years later, Phoenician Scheme.
F1.
More. I'm blanking on too. Oh fuck, that comes out in June too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
No, we gotta. Micah, did you get the tickets for Phoenician Scheme? Because I only have the.
No, I was just telling Mike this. It is out, quote unquote, this weekend, but it is not wide until next weekend. So congrats if you live in LA or New York, you lucky bastards.
Yeah.
You get everything.
Anyway, Eric, before you cut out, we were just talking about Neon also has Life of Chuck. That's on their up bracket. And then I was saying, is a weird thing I feel like no one talked about. But Robin, my roommate, this was back when we just lived in my old place, but she was there. She loves horror movies, but she's more of a spectator for like she likes the thrill of it. But sometimes there were times where it's just the two of us, and she's like, "You want to watch one?" Because both our roommates are scared little babies about horror movies. So we ended up watching both Immaculate and The First Omen, which came out in the same year. And I swear to God, it's like I watched the same movie twice. Like it is the same. Like I liked both of them actually. I think they're both pretty good. I think The First Omen's probably a little bit better. The Immaculate's a little like they were just trying to go for shock value, but like there's a pregnancy cult in a fucking like in a coven.
Yeah.
And it ends kind of the same way, except in this, the only difference is one.
Does
one
the baby
she gets to
live?
kill her baby, one she doesn't. Baby live, baby die is what happens. Is the difference, which I can actually see how maybe the Catholics didn't love the Immaculate one because it literally ends with her dropping a rock on her baby, which is crazy.
Shout out Sydney, man.
Anyway, that was just my little thing about Neon. Shout out Sydney. We can move on from Neon. That was just something that had me thinking. Speaking of. Nah, I don't have anything.
I'm trying to think of some baby fun.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Speaking of rocking out, what about that?
Dude, good
So what do we
set
think?
it, friend.
We got Sabrina Carpenter and
Oh, speaking of whose baby is this? Am I right? Mamma Mia.
Ooh,
yeah.
ooh.
Who's daddy? Who's your daddy?
There you go.
There you go.
So we have Sabrina Carpenter in talks for a role in Mamma Mia 3, which is, I mean, think about it. I mean, that's just that makes sense to me. Why wouldn't you put her in there? So
Blonde.
Yeah,
I don't know.
insane. Go for it.
It's the third Mamma Mia. They got to be running out of ABBA songs at this point. So they're like, fuck it, throw a pop star in there.
Yeah, I mean, how deep is the vault?
I mean, no, they got a deep catalog. Like there are other ones, but like Mamma Mia, I've seen it live too. They cut a bunch from that. I don't know. I didn't see the
Mamma
second
Mia
one.
2 come out.
But
Was that
apparently
were you
like
in
it, but I just don't know what the.
My guess is 2011.
Let me see.
Mamma Mia.
Here we go again, guys. It's
Mamma
not-
Mia came out in
2018.
2018.
Wow, 18.
And then the first Mamma Mia came out in 2008.
Wow.
Was the second one?
Is what I'm saying. Yeah. So
Wow.
they're kind of
Swing
doing
up
like
there.
a decades thing because I'd assume this next one wouldn't come out until 26, 27 at the earliest.
They were ahead of the trend with the whole "Now You See Me, Now You Don't" crap and the "Ready or Not, Here We Come." They're Mamma Mia. Here we go again. I kind of like that. They could have just gone Mamma Mia 2. And they didn't.
All right, what is the third one going to be called?
Mamma Mia.
My.
I'm I.
Yeah, I'm sure the lyrics.
I don't really know ABBA songs like that.
The thing is, like, I like ABBA, but most of the songs I ever listen to are covered already.
What about
God.
Chiquitita? That's theirs. What about it's Mamma Mia Chiquitita?
Sure.
Yeah, they might call it. I don't know. It's just weird because, like, well, they could just name it. But you have to include Mamma Mia in the start. So I feel like they got to go like Mamma Mia, One Last Ride.
For now.
Oh, damn it, Ricky.
Did you see that thing I sent you about Tremel Tillman talking about when he was at Cannes for Mission Impossible? When the movie started, he had to pee, and they had the cameras on him.
Yes, yeah, you did. And he's like, and they were like, "Now you got to wait till the end." And then they like kept the long ass ovation. And he's just trying to be like, "Yeah, like thank you."
Turn the camera.
Hearing the context is so funny. Like, he'd be like, "Dude, I had to go so bad." He's great, man. I hope to see him in a lot more stuff.
Yeah, he
I'm
was
excited.
great.
Like,
we'll talk about him more.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can see the pea sweat on his face. He's like shaking.
I've been there, bro. And well, actually, not to that. When he goes through, because I didn't have to pee during Mission Impossible. I did by the end, but like, I had to go really bad by the end. And I'm just saying, like, if you came in already having to pee,
Oh,
I don't know how. That's a 3-hour movie. Well, 3.5, you have to, and plus like the ovation and stuff. Like,
that's got to be like a stage actor skill. I don't know.
one time I had to pee so bad. One time I had to pee so bad, I living in South Game, I had to take the whole train home to the pee. It hurt to walk up the stairs because I had to lift. And I lift my leg, it would hit my bladder.
I saw this like right before we started recording. I figured to toss her in because we're all big fans of Fernanda Torres, and she's gonna star and write a new film called Os Corretores, A
Ooh.
tragic comedy about real estate agents. I don't care. If
Okay.
they put it in the US, I'll be there.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like it. Speaking of talented women,
Oh, there we go.
I got a couple casting calls. There's rumored casting Sam Mendes. There's an open casting call for the Japanese part. This is the most popular Japanese woman in Hollywood right now. Like, bring the chick from
Yep.
Shogun. bring it.
Yeah,
Bring her
Hannah
out.
Sawai. She's killing it.
No,
Yeah,
she's
Yoko
doing her
Ono.
thing.
Amy Lou Wood. Amy Lou Wood, I like. I think
Yeah?
she's great. It's Patty Boyd. I'm not familiar. Who's Mia? Which one's
Yeah.
Mia McKenna? not
Mia
familiar with her as
McKenna
much.
Bruce. I recognized her face. I did not go into her filmography, but Amy Lee Wood,
Oh.
from
Mia McKenna
I know from
Bruce.
Season White Lotus. She was in Sex Education.
Oh yeah.
I'm not familiar with Mia McKenna Bruce, but do you recognize her? I don't know. Maybe I'm
no.
dumb.
What is she? Maybe I'm not. I'm
Maybe I
thinking of
do.
someone else. For some reason, I thought she was the girl from like
She was in the
Zombieland
fourth
for a
time.
second when I looked at her, like the younger girl. But
Well, like Breslin? Or no? Is it Breslin? Is it Abigail Breslin? Yes.
yeah,
Am
I think you
bugging?
got it. I think you got it. But that's who I thought
Yeah.
it was initially. But
Cool.
she was in The Witcher.
oh
Oh, well, I stopped watching
yeah, I
that
don't
show.
know. I don't know which girl
Um,
she is in
Me too.
The Witcher. Sure, I mean sure.
Listen, I reckon she's going to be good. Speaking of reckoning,
Ah!
there it is. Micah. Micah,
Yeah,
bring
what
us
do we
in,
watch
buddy.
this week,
All right.
Micah?
So this movie of the week was Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. So I'll give a brief overview. Obviously, spoilers. You should just get your butts to the theater if you haven't already.
Yeah. Pause us, head down there. Put it back on when you get
Spoiler
out.
warning. You know what this is if you're still watching.
Oh.
So our guy Ethan Hunt, fresh off of Dead Reckoning, the entity is out. It's taken over. Ethan is underground because he has the keys to open up the Sebastopol and get the source code of the entity. Right? As he's doing this, the messenger for the evil entity, Gabriel, he failed the entity. The entity's turned on him. Now he's trying to gain control, so he also needs that source code. So in order to manipulate Ethan, he murders Luther. Murders Luther.
Sandor. Luther.
And forces Ethan to go retrieve the Sebastopol source code and then deliver it to him at this internet reserve that's off the grid. So that way, if the entity wants to go there, because if it gets there, it can outlast the existence of the internet even. It'll just persist. And that's where it wants to go. So it's Ethan Hunt playing the U.S., who is allowing him to go out, and Gabriel, who he needs to meet up with in order to stop the entity. And it takes you on not one but two planes, the bottom of the ocean, a submarine. I mean, he's doing it. London, underground. There's bombs going off. It's great. It's great. So that was our movie, and it's the closing chapter to the Mission Impossible franchise. All right, so let's go around. Eric, what'd you think of the movie?
Oh my gosh, Micah, you and I watched this together. I think you said it. Our theater clapped at the end of it. I think the way I look at this movie, and I feel like we've talked about this a little bit, is just after you get through the first act, which is a lot of exposition dumping, bring people up to speed. This movie really just kicks it into high gear in ways that, I mean, I'm still trying to I want to go back to theaters and watch it. I'm trying to wrap my head around any of the set pieces, how they were able to film these. But it just seems like Tom is able to one-up himself each film. I mean, this, for me, it's a great way to end it. Obviously, I think it suffered a bit from just trying to be too exposition-y, whereas you look at the other Mission Impossible movies, and you kind of just hop into the plot, the story, and you go. This one had the task of really trying to bring everything together, which is hard. It's hard to land the plane. But she doesn't. But the movie does, I think. I think the movie it's able to bring everything together, and just, I mean, the fact we're watching everything, the last two acts for me, I could have done that with just that being the movie. But Brian, what do you think?
So I think I do want to see it again. I just like because I just a lot of things that not so much with the things I have issues with, more about the things I liked about it. I want to just see it again, just because I'm like I feel like I was like kind of caught up in like Locke and Amber. I didn't get a chance to really step back and be like, wait, what are they like? Are they actually fucking flying that plane? Yeah, all those things like that. So I do want to see it again. I think that as a finale, as the final reckoning, if you will, of Mission Impossible, I think it's great. I think it's a great follow up to Dead Reckoning. I think it really brings everything that we've been going through for the last God knows how long. Then I think just like you said, because they were trying to like tie it all together. There's a lot of exposition, and you always have to close it out. That I think on its own, it doesn't necessarily stand as strong as some of the other ones, but it's a finale. Like somebody said, like is Avengers. I hate to compare this to a fucking Marvel movie, but I will. Is Avengers Endgame the best Marvel movie? No, but it's the one that like it's the fucking Endgame. This is the final reckoning, if you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
In a parallel.
that makes perfect sense.
I thought it was. Yeah, it was like because there was a lot at the end. You know, when they're talking with the U.S. government, they're like, "You grab the source code." I'm like, "Oh my god, they're throwing a lot at me right now." I'm like, you know, like it's your fault that the end even got out. I'm like, holy shit. There's a lot, but it kind of makes me want to go watch because besides Fallout, like I haven't seen 1 through Rogue Nation in forever. So I'm like, I kind of want to go back and watch those, and it makes me want to go watch it again. And like I haven't seen Fallout since 2020, probably. Like, yeah, I think it's sure if you want to. I've seen a lot of people ranking the Mission Impossible movies. We can talk about that after in a sec, but yeah, I think on its own, it's probably a middle of the pack Mission Impossible movie, but as a finale to the series, I thought it was great. That's that's what I'm saying in a nutshell.
Yeah, I view this as very much a part 2 to Dead Reckoning. Mm-hmm. And I was seeing people being like, oh, where are the masks? There's no car chase. He doesn't ride a motorcycle. All this stuff. And I was like, well, if you put them together, you get it all.
Yeah.
You get everything a typical Mission Impossible movie has. You get split in half between these two movies. And I am looking forward to someone with more time on their hands than me to combine these and do a lot of tripping around the first part of Final Reckoning.
You're saying like cut up the Final Reckoning part and make one? Yeah.
Reckoning.
And again, I think we talk about this movie a lot, Eric. I know you talked about this, and I'll pass it up to you. But like, for just like, sure, like some of the plot points aren't as crazy, but I thought the ending was cool. But like, the submarine sequence and the plane sequence at the end, where I was like, bruh, can someone just clip those for me? Can someone give me a full cut of those two? I'll watch that shit any day. I don't know how they shot that shit. That shit was crazy.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around in the submarine sequence. A couple things, but in the submarine sequence when he goes into like the missile room, and there's air in there, and there's just some water, and as the Sevastopol spins underwater, like the water is going around the room, and the missiles are all moving around. I have no clue on earth how they blocked that scene, how they filmed it, how they shot it. And I know I saw some tweet that kind of sums it up perfectly, where it's like, and Mikey, you've said this before, where Tom Cruise and McQuarrie have mastered the art of like suspense in a movie and anxiety. Tom doesn't talk for like a solid 20 minutes in that scene, like 10, 15, 20 minutes. And there was a point where around in the first, he couldn't get his way out, like the missile was blocking the door to escape. I got like anxious. I had no idea how he was going to get out of there. And then the torpedo, he saw like the torpedo, whatever, like tubes to get out. Couldn't figure out. It was too big. He had to jam his way in there. I got claustrophobic. It was great. I was just like, this is what movies are about. Like, how the hell did they film that scene?
He fucking died.
Again.
Yo, he fucking died, technically. Like, but I was crying after I was talking to my roommate about it that, he died. He crawled his way out of hell underwater. Died and got revived and still looked less scared and rattled than after being subjected to a montage of AI generated. When they pulled him out of that chamber, he's like, oh, fuck. I was crying in the theater because I'm like, it actually was just Tom Cruise and I, but that's the one stunt he wouldn't do. He's like, no, bro, I don't want to watch the AI. Because I think it's funny that with AI being the bad guy, it's still annoying like AI where they're like, he told them what he was going to do. He didn't need to show him Look, this is what a missile would look like hitting Eiffel Tower. This is what missile looked like hit at fucking AI. I love it. That shit was so funny to me.
Yeah, those two set pieces were done. And I mean, come on, it's Tom Cruise. They were done practically, or at least semi-practically. He was underwater.
Yeah.
I was hearing stories like the suit they built that needed to serve the dual purpose of like functioning so he doesn't drown, but also you need to be able to see his face clearly. It has to be lit internally and all this stuff. It weighed like 125 pounds.
Yeah, I heard he couldn't breathe very well in it.
Yeah.
Right? Like he was like breathing a lot of carbon dioxide.
They had to shoot like 6 minutes at a time, and that's it, like a 20-minute sequence, and he's wearing it the whole time. So and just imagine.
And McHugh, I know, call him McHugh or whatever. He was underwater too, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Directing.
Yeah, I think they shoot this in like a big Olympic-sized pool.
I heard the big thing with the plane sequence, with the valley shot especially, is that when you practically shoot in the air, they have to account for safety things, so much margin in case the wind changes or an engine stalls or anything goes wrong. So it's like, hey, we're shooting up here. Even if you drop 5 feet, 10 feet, you're cool. And they were saying with this one, like, no, we couldn't do that here. They were really mad. They didn't like us shooting this because they were in a valley floor. So if they drop, if the downdraft hit and they drop 5 feet, Tom Cruise and the plane are hitting the fucking floor, which is crazy. That's nuts.
I just saw a video where he was talking about he would just kind of take naps while being strapped to the plane because the exertion of trying to move around. He said it was like having weight strapped to your entire body. It's like it's hard to breathe, it's hard to see.
Yeah.
And he was like, I wasn't so much passing out. He was like, I would just get really tired. I'd take a little nap, and I'd come back and keep moving around, so he could have the strength to move.
Bro, he was like, it looked like he was suspended. There were times where like he's like literally like. I don't even know how they did that shit, man. That's what I'm saying. I want to watch it again. There's so much shit where I'm like, what did I just see?
Over and over.
What did I just see on the screen? That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, the plot points, I'm not concerned, but there were so many sequences in that movie where I was just like, yo, like, I was so focused on the like, Eric, you were talking about the stress of it, where I haven't got a chance to like go back and be like, holy fuck, he really was just like between two planes. And yo, can I just say, I audibly like laughed, like gasped when Gabriel died.
That was a little cartoony, but it was mad funny.
What does he say? What does he say?
He's like,
something to him, and then
he's like, "There's two of us, and I'm the only one with a parachute." He jumps and
yeah, that's what it is. Just cracks his head. Oh man.
Do you guys have a? Oh, you're saying, Brian?
Oh no, sorry. Go ahead. No.
Do you guys? Please. I have like a small MVP. We got to come up with something for this because I think there's one in every movie. I've got two for this, like a small part, but an MVP in their own right.
Yeah. Do you have one?
Tillman for sure.
Tillman, that was one of mine.
But he got the loudest reaction, I think, for a person showing up on screen.
Yeah,
people love that guy.
He was great.
The Severance fan base is bigger than I thought it would be. And then Lucy Tulu-Jarjuk, who plays William Dunlow's wife, Tepeza. She was so fucking funny to me. It's a lot of physical comedy because they don't have her speak English that often.
Mm-hmm.
That scene where she's trying to explain, she's like, "Harry, you take the gun. I'm gonna take a nap." She's like, "What's the gun for?" And she's like, "Rawr."
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
Had me die.
That was great.
I have one too, just because I didn't think he did anything that crazy, but he did. He took a boat. I like seeing Nick Offerman and things. Something about him, I forget his exact title, but he took a. Hey, listen, took a bullet, bro.
No,
for the president.
No, there were
to I forget the character's name, but Glupshitto's wife, and I'm gonna call him Glupshitto, the analyst for
William Dunlop.
It's in your franchise now, Micah.
From MI1.
But Micah and I were saying it after the movie, but like when at the end there we're like, we have to cut 3 wires and we have to run 100 meters to that door or whatever in 10 seconds. You think you could do it?
Yeah.
I'm like, there is like, you're telling me she made that run? Like, I'm calling shenanigans on it. Yeah, they didn't want to kill anyone.
My girl was moving.
They didn't want to kill anyone. Have you guys seen like the people on Twitter freaking out about like the last shot of the scene of the movie?
Oh, I wanted to do.
Yeah. I mean, what
Yeah.
do you think about that?
Tinfoil hat.
You
time.
talking
Yeah,
about
yeah. Talk. You go ahead, Micah. You
Do
go
you think
ahead.
it's Rebecca Ferguson? Is that where?
Well, I'll set up because I had a larger tinfoil hat theory that
Okay.
just with some of the names of the characters and how Tom Cruise once again dies and is revived by a hot brunette. That's 3 times in this series. It's becoming a trend. It's like almost as much as a staple as like a motorcycle
Right.
chase. Tom Cruise
Yep.
dies, and some kind of brunette is
Brunette.
bringing him back to life.
Got a brunette's
Right.
got to revive him.
Just
Yeah,
doing desperate CPR.
that's funny.
But okay, so he was saved. You know, they have that really cool shot of him fetaled up under the ice
Yeah.
when Grace
Yeah.
swims down, kisses him, saves him. His saving grace, perhaps. And then the messenger for the entity, which they also call 2 things. They call it the Lord of Lies, and they call it the anti-god.
Mm.
And then it's,
Okay.
you know, it's got Gabriel
Mhm.
bit bopping around.
Ah,
So my
Angel
theory
Gabriel.
is Tom Cruise or Ethan Hunt dies probably at the end. His parachute does burn, and there's no backup. He's dead. And then at the end, Eric, who do we see?
We maybe see.
Whose body
Okay.
double? Did we
Yeah,
see?
we're seeing Ethan Hunt walking off,
I
and
saw this, yeah.
what is that? Is that Piccadilly Square where they are in London? Maybe not, but he's
Yeah.
walking off with someone that people have claimed and taken videos of in the theater to look extremely like Rebecca Ferguson. Ela Faust's character who died in the first movie or in Dead Reckoning, which would be. Within your theory, Micah, that makes sense. You know, I don't know. I love Ela Faust's character a lot, so I wanted them to be alive together.
I
but
don't know. I would have. I just think this movie would have been better. That's my thing. I said that she was fine, not as bad in this movie. I didn't.
Haley
I didn't
Atwell.
really care as much. I let it go. I let it go after Dead Reckoning. I'm just saying. I think, although I guess she would be way more cool to handle things. Like I just think Rebecca Ferguson was so cool. I feel like she could have been. Whatever. It's fine. I would have rathered her, but I get like they did it. They did it to do it. Luther dying. That one hit. That one hit me. I was like, damn, did they really just kill him?
yeah, it was a little fast.
Right
and
off the
again,
rip.
it falls into that first act. It was a little not a mess, but it was just kind of all over the place. We were one place, we were another
It
place.
was a little sloppy.
A lot
Listen,
was
like-
going on.
Listen, it's like we said. We said that this movie. I think it's a little bit messy. Like you said, it needs to be trimmed. If it was to be put together, trimmed up. If you were just like, if we were together and we were like, let's watch a Mission Impossible movie, I don't think this would be our first choice. But when I just watched Dead Reckoning. Coming right into this, obviously, this is if a lot of people have been watching all of them, like you did, Micah, in anticipation. I think you set them off in a great way. I thought it was a good. I
Yeah,
thought it was
agreed.
a good.
Yeah.
And it was. I mean, you knew that, like, if anything, that the fact that they're stopping these was more like, guys, what are we gonna do? Throw Tom Cruise into space? Maybe. But at this point, they were like, we tried. Like, we literally actually put him on a. We had him dealing with one plane. Now he's dealing with 2
Right.
planes. You had he's jumped into water and held his breath for 6 minutes. Well, try dying. And you know what I mean?
Well, he
It's
did
like that
die.
crap.
He
Like,
did
they
die in
really-
the 4th one.
Oh, he did die in Rogue. Did he die in Rogue
Yeah, he
Nation?
died in
Or
Rogue
did
Nation.
He
Oh,
died.
I haven't seen that one in forever.
He dies in
That's when
3
I
haven't
and-
seen Rogue Nation
yeah,
forever.
yeah. And to Rebecca Ferguson, that
I need to
point
rewatch
with
the one
her,
before
like
I
I
forgot.
think it was her choice to bow out because she had everything else going on between Dune and
Yeah,
Silo, and so like you can't
Yeah.
blame Haley Atwell. Like I just don't love it, especially in Dead Reckoning, that she was kind of a fish out of water character. That was a little frustrating. But
Oh my god.
in this
Drive me
one, they didn't
crazy.
give her like thinking on it like too much to do in this movie. Like
They had a couple like little like moments. Like she had that fight. It was in the cabin, or I'm
Mhm.
trying to remember. It's yeah, no, it was. Listen, I never
No,
followed
yeah.
the character. It's just like I feel like This is one thing I will say that I think if I were a studio doing something next, and it's something that I think that kind of gets neglected, and why I love Ghost Protocol especially is I think Tom Cruise isn't that funny, but when he has someone to play off of who's a funny person, he does really well in that kind of chemistry.
Mm.
And I'm not just in this, like obviously with Ghost Protocol, when him and Benji interact a lot. I love it. I think they banter well. So I would watch Simon Pegg and Tom Cruise do another like spy
Yeah.
comedy. And also even in a movie that's not very good. I know that. But him and Jake Johnson in The Mummy, when they're bantering off each other. Like, I don't know. It's not the best. That's a bad example, but I'm just saying, like, I just like feel like sometimes when Tom Cruise doesn't have someone to play off of like Benji in some of the scenes, like Haley Atwell, I just don't like the car chase in Dead Reckoning. I thought was pretty cool,
Yeah.
like with the handcuffs. But
Yeah.
sometimes you need someone to have a little bit of wit, like banter with Tom Cruise, and I think it works really well. Like whenever he's yelling with Benji, I think it pops, and that's my measurement for how much I like this one. Had a good amount, so I liked it. How much Benji
Yeah.
did I get? Dead Reckoning, not enough Benji. Final Reckoning, a little bit better.
Not enough Benji.
There was not enough Benji in Dead Reckoning for my liking. He was Ghost Protocol. He actually went on the field.
He did a lot.
Yeah.
I like that.
He did a lot. No, I mean,
Great.
Mike, I know you said you were going
glad
to
they did this.
Bloodlines tomorrow. I might be going back to watch this movie, and I'm gonna see.
I gotta see Bloodlines. There's too many things. Eric, I'm with you. There's too many things I gotta see before I go back
Yeah.
to see it again. But I do really want to see it again.
I'm
And
not
that's
a
saying something.
whatever. I have no whatever to see Bloodlines in theaters, but I respect it.
No, I get it. I meant more like I was telling Micah that there's like 28 weeks, 28
Right.
years that are coming out. There's Life of Chuck. There's Bring Her Back is coming out.
Karate
this
Kids
weekend,
Legends.
which I really want to see.
Less so.
Nah, I want to see the reviews
I'm
come
excited.
out. That's like the more of them.
I've seen some. It's not looking great.
They're not good.
Isn't that
it's
good?
not good. So are we gonna? So Micah, do you want to lead into what the movie? We're doing a little something different for the movie week next week. And
All
we're playing
right.
a game?
So, drum roll, please, Eric. And beat the shit out of your table again. There we go. Well, that's nice and loud. My eyes. This is coming. All right. So yes, special announcement. Next week we will have our first guest on the podcast.
Yeah.
Shout out,
Guest on the pod.
special guest star, my roommate Mike, longtime listener, longer time friend. All right. So here in my hands, I have his selection. So I will open it, and we are going to watch Paris, Texas.
Paris, Texas. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Paris, Texas.
hang on.
Hang
To the search board.
on. Talk to me, Google. What am I like? What am I watching?
So this is not surprising at all because he keeps trying to get me to
This
watch
is a-
this. So
This is not. I have to look up the movie. When I looked at Paris, Texas, it's like 1984. Woo. Fantastic
I've heard
reviews.
this movie's beautiful. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, this looks.
Directed
It
by
looks cool.
Wim Wenders.
Wim Wenders.
A place for dreams, a place for heartbreak, a place to pick up the
Okay.
pieces. Paris, Texas.
Drama /
I'm
indie
in.
film.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Mike. I'm excited
I
to have
don't
you
know
on.
anyone in this movie.
Um,
I like that.
This should be a lot of fun. We get our first guest. We'll
It's
have
kind of
them
fun.
choose a movie, and I think that'll be the standard for the rest of our guests moving out. They'll choose movie of the week.
Yeah. You get to pick a movie.
Yeah.
All right.
I looked at the cast. I don't recognize one of the guys cast is Screaming Man. That makes me feel that's exciting. I like this. No, this would be great. I'm sorry for when Carly mentioned us. Eric, we were saying we should probably just watch it at the beach or something.
Yeah, that's not a
Just
bad
knock
idea.
shit out.
Wow.
Oh, whatever.
Okay. Under the letterbox, similar films. You know what the first one is? Manchester
What?
by the Sea.
Oh Lord.
Good. So uplifting.
Bring your tissues. Bring your tissues.
All right. Who wants to be a millionaire playing whatever?
All right. Yeah. What do we got? We got a game.
Yep.
We got some games.
That's Jeopardy. Micah, so you tell the viewers a little bit what we're doing here. I'll set up we'll get the play now going.
All right. So we've got. This is not the Wicked one, is it?
No, I
All right.
clicked
Good.
I clicked this
Good.
first.
So,
I
all right,
clicked
so
the
we've
guess the
got
scene
some
one.
games we found. It's almost Kahoot style. Don't worry, we will read out the questions and stuff for our listeners. But this one's called Guess the Scene. So we'll try and guess the picture.
And you don't know these questions, Micah, is what I'm hearing?
I do not know the questions.
Sweet. Let's load them up. That's cool. That's exciting. Okay. So we'll read out the questions after because I feel like
Yeah.
presenter personal. Yeah, because we have to answer quickly.
We have a need for speed, Kahoot style.
Solo. There we go.
All right. Let me
let's do this.
rejoin this because
I hope that my picture
I'm-
is different
no,
than
it's a
last
different
time.
I'm pretty sure you can pick
If it's a
your.
real-
Yeah, you got
That
done.
was a real-
It just popped up.
Well, you can change it at the
Oh,
beginning.
you can?
You can change it at the beginning. I want to pick someone.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
wanna
well.
get that guy.
Oh yeah, time to check.
Wow, that.
I'm changing mine.
I just saw the one you had up close.
That was insane, right?
It was really bad. That is That's nuts. There's another crazy one right here. I'm gonna pick this one. Like, I think they're just going for like a closed eye look, but
It
That was
does come
bad.
off
That
as
one was
strange.
really
it
bad.
comes off a little bit right. Because the one you had also kind of looked like a rice patty hat. Which
Yeah,
is crazy.
yeah.
I think it was his
No.
hair, like a
All right.
one of those bobs.
Players who guessed the correct answer are awarded.
Why did it start for me on my phone? Did this?
It just.
Oh, never mind. It hasn't started. That was one.
Oh, it
it's
just
example.
flips.
I
Okay,
see.
gotcha. Okay.
I gotcha.
All right, so for the audio listeners,
gotcha.
this will be a little harder, but for everyone watching on YouTube, you'll get to see the scene along with us. So maybe we get to picture our answers, and then we'll describe the scene afterwards, or we'll just say what the scene is if we know it. But-
All right, Lynn, ready?
Yep.
Ready, fellas? Let's go. We'll just do it. And never mind. Okay, let's play.
Ooh.
Name the
Oh
movie.
no,
Oh,
two of these are way
Ooh,
too
all right.
similar.
We got Bryce
So-
Dallas Howard
Ah,
The picture is a woman holding a flare.
with a flare.
We all
the
knew.
Jurassic World.
I was really
It's
worried.
Jurassic
That's gotta be-
World.
Two of the answers were Prometheus and Alien Covenant, and I
do you think
was
it was?
nervous that it was gonna be something. It was gonna just be a picture of like David, and I would have no idea which
Yeah.
one it was from.
Gotcha.
But we got
All right,
Jurassic
next
World.
question there, Brian.
I don't know if do I click? Do I click
Yeah,
next?
it's
I don't- I
glowing
see
down
next
there
round.
for you.
Damn, y'all
Gotcha.
quick as fuck.
Oh wow, Brian, quick
Okay,
on
you
the
know what,
draw.
I think
Brian
we'll
in the
keep-
lead.
I think we'll
Oh
keep. a
no,
little
Brian's
bit.
got a
Yeah.
leg up
Oh
on
my
one of
God.
these.
All right,
Ah!
a man standing next to a tiny bear.
I think
in a
the
red-
big thing. I think the big one is going to be if you get it wrong, right? We're not.
Yeah.
I think if we all get it right, we're going to split hairs about that. We got a bear, the greatest bear ever.
the
Paddington.
great. Whoa,
the
Winnie
bear.
the Pooh would have
Yeah.
like something to say about that.
No, Paddington.
Or
over
perhaps
Winnie the Pooh,
Yogi
bro.
Bear.
You
Maybe we
just-
can do a
you
bear
just-
ranking.
You just aren't initiated into the magic of Paddington.
All right.
I want that. One made me want to be a better man. All right, here we
God
go.
damn.
Next. All right, here we go, baby. What we got? I'm cooking.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
okay.
Jesus.
Oh, you guys got worked. I was
What
right in front
is-
of my
By the
thumb.
way, you're
Turning
gonna
red
want
eye
to
red.
look at your screen.
These aren't.
Yeah.
That's the one about the
was
period.
inside
panda.
out.
Is that what that movie's?
I'm not-
Is that what the movie's about? I never watched.
She menstruates
I
and
don't know,
turns
it could
into a
be.
panda.
Oh my god, dude.
The problem is because Eric's looking at the screen share, so I bet his is a little bit delayed, so he doesn't see the image.
I might just start
Like,
guessing
it's like a beat,
just to see
probably
if I
after you
can get it.
These
Because I feel like
are all
I feel
so
like Eric
similar.
sees the answers. The answers pop up on Eric's phone before he sees the image on his screen. Because I have the live feed right here. So this
Do
is
they?
lickety split. You know, Eric, as long as you don't get the
Oh
wrong,
yeah, I'm just chilling. You know.
What do you? Yeah. Oh, I wonder what this one is. It's for
Tarzan.
No, it's an animated lion on top of another animated lion.
Whoa.
See, yeah, I think I'm playing
Not
this for.
sexually.
There is like
The
a
delay.
5-second delay after the answers pop up, where the picture shows up. Oh
Yeah,
fuck.
that's
Oh man.
okay. Yeah, because mine is 1-to-1.
I almost got that wrong.
Right. Well, good news is, Eric, we're gonna listen. Eric hasn't gotten them wrong yet, so I'm not gonna harp on the fact that his timing's been lower because he's got a lag.
So the next
looking
one
up
is
why,
that
like,
was
my
Gone
pic-
with the
Mhm.
Wind.
They gone with the wind. Yeah, this
Was that-
picture one is
Which
real.
O'Hara is that?
Yeah, it was
Scarlet?
Scarlett O'Hara. Right?
Perhaps.
We got Ed Norton and Brad Pitt looking at each other. I think
Wonder if
it'll
they're
take a
both
scientist
real
to figure
people.
that one out.
Ooh.
You'd be
We got one
surprised.
guy staring at himself.
Do we?
Whoa! They're sideways
Oh,
in the
man.
hallway.
Shutter Island.
So yeah, Eric's
No,
is
I'm
so
kidding.
far behind. It's so funny.
I need this new internet stat, man.
All right,
I
good
need
job,
this
guys.
Ethernet cord.
Yeah, I know, but you know, Eric, we're gonna be able to see. We're just gonna keep track if you get any wrong, and you have
Yeah, I'm hanging out.
Well, you got Will Ferrell dressed as an elf,
Movie
so
could be-
I wonder which one this one is.
Bad Santa.
Bad Daddy's home.
Oh, it was Elf.
You guys are mad close though.
Uh-huh. Oh my god, these are pandering. This is like pre-movie theater. Like,
Yeah, this one's a little.
Movies everyone has seen.
It's a little easy fight. We're almost done. Let's get to the other ones.
I'm catching up to you, Brian. You slip up, it's over.
Oh, whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
shit. Wait.
Oh no!
I know this one.
Oh no! I got this wrong.
I thought it was a
I
different
don't
one.
know this
I thought
one.
this was a different one for a
I
minute. It
think-
actually tripped me up for a minute.
This is one
Yes,
of the
you
Studio
do.
Ghibli
Oh, I
movies.
didn't know this
I
one.
got it
I didn't
right.
know this one.
It's Spirited Away. No, Spirited Away. That's the river.
Oh.
Spirit.
I'm
there
so
at the end.
glad it
I
didn't say
tripped up.
Princess Mononoke, or else I would have been cooked.
I I tripped up for a minute. I thought it was the wolf, and I thought it was maybe Princess Mononoke, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh, what is
wait,
going
hang on.
on? What is
Wait a
that?
minute. Oh,
I
got
know
what
what
it
this is.
Is that Les
That
Mis?
took me a minute.
There's no children in Les Mis. Frick.
This is
A movie I've never seen.
But you know the soundtrack, Micah, from the
That's
Ozempic
funny. All right,
commercials.
Yeah.
all right.
The big people.
The
empowerment
images
song.
were. All right, let's get the next one up.
Good round.
Good
All
round,
right.
good round.
Brian takes the
Jurassic
Brian takes the
trivia.
dub.
Eric was at a bit of a disadvantage due to the fact that it's still.
It's all good. It's all good.
That's okay though. He didn't
No,
get
I
any
did
wrong.
get the
Well, he
one
did get
wrong.
one wrong. Wait, did you get any wrong, Eric?
Did away one wrong.
I also got
All
one
right.
wrong, so Brian Fairwin.
Fair win, fair win.
Here we go. Let me get rid of these other ones.
So
So
if
we
you
should get rid
hit
of picture trivia.
play,
Wait, do you
I
guys
think
have the
you should
game?
Just bring us with you.
Stop sharing your screen on mine.
What? I did. I should have just reshared it. Invite players from last game.
Yeah, invite
You
us
guys in
in
now?
this.
I
Yeah,
just
there
did
we
it,
go. So now we got
Join
some
game. Yeah.
in anticipation of the Super Jurassic July. We got a little Jurassic Park.
Jurassic trivia. I got rid of the picture trivia, so Eric should have at least a beat when we have to read these questions.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll try to read them out loud first before
Yeah.
we answer, just for the sake of the questions, right? Does that make sense? I feel like that's fair. Makes it a little more fair. Okay, we all ready? We all
Not
ready?
yet, not
Already
yet,
all
not
in?
yet.
I'm trying to send some heart
Hey.
eyes, bro. Bro, send some hearts. How come I can't send any other emojis, bro?
What about you? Don't have the thumbs up or the thumbs down?
I do, but that's it. I just
I'm
wish I had
in.
more.
Oh, you can send your face.
I can?
He's inside. All right, cool.
Let's do it. Let's play.
Fossils.
What is on display at Jurassic Park? Okay. Well, I wonder what's on display at Jurassic Park, guys. It's animatronics, you idiots. It's- All right.
Woo! Let's go.
Mike answered right away.
Mike
you
knew.
dickhead.
It's over for you.
Uh
bro.
Who steals dinosaur embryos for a rival
shit.
corporation?
oh.
Oh, it's
There we
Dennis, right?
I was pretty
Oh,
sure
no.
it was Dennis.
Okay, well, yeah, just
Yeah.
say it out
Sorry.
loud, douchebag. I've read the book. I've read the book too, man.
Oh,
so
dude,
come
this
on.
guy read the
Thank
book,
you.
Just answer it
man.
like that.
We're
Dude,
at
I
a
read the
disadvantage, Eric. I'm
book.
scared. Wait till they get into movie 3, Brian.
What prevents Jurassic Park dinosaurs from reproducing?
You're all males.
You're-
The pull-out
they got tiny
method.
dino
Pull out
arms.
method.
What? Yeah, I'm just gonna read it because I have the one right here. All right, let's see. What company is responsible for dinosaur cloning?
Oh.
Ooh.
Wait,
I
fuck
think
me.
it's
Is it-
this
is
one.
it this one? Wait.
Oh.
wait, no, I got it right. It's
Oh,
not Biosyn.
no.
You. It's InGen. Who got it wrong?
Me.
No, I'm still not.
Oh,
Oh my
Fuck.
that's all right. Isla Nublar is located
Ah,
off the
I think
coast
it's-
of what country?
You guys got it too.
There we go, fellas. Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
I'm on your ass.
Costa Rica. Costa Rica. Costa Rica. What DNA is used to fill in the missing dinosaur genomes?
Fuck.
It is probably.
Fuck.
Bird.
That doesn't make any sense. Dinosaurs are closer to birds.
They're the transgender frogs. That's how they end up being.
That,
Yeah, that's how
oh,
they,
because it's the
they
kid
should
that's like,
use birds.
"Those are birds.
Who is Maisie Lockwood a clone of?
What?
I don't know.
Fuck me.
Perhaps
Um,
the one with her same last name. I would.
But there's two.
This is a Jurassic World trivia.
So this
Is
is
there
yeah.
with Jurassic
well,
Park?
Maisie Lockwood.
This is Jurassic
from-
World. This is Jurassic World 2.
That is
Oh,
right. Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah.
I didn't see the third one. Fuck, we might be
Alan.
fucked.
We
Charlotte
got it right though.
Lockwood.
It's
Alan.
Charlotte Lockwood. And I'm
Alan.
back.
Yeah, can we get some? Who talks to a velociraptor on a plane? Jurassic Park is a book based on which author? Damn, they picked really dumb fucking names for the other answers.
You don't know author Anne Marie Martin?
What about the guy
Yeah.
from Jurassic Park?
Sam
Sam Neill, the actor.
The answer is Michael Crichton.
Michael Crichton.
69.
What? I answered too long. It took too long to answer. What is not a name of Owens Raptors? Fuck me.
Oh,
know.
I know this one. Well, you know which
Wait,
one
do
it
you know?
definitely.
Oh!
definitely
I said
is.
Oh!
Charlie.
Go for Charlie.
I said it was Charlie. No, I have one wrong. Fuck. Damn, that sucks.
Get him, Eric. Get him.
I knew
I'm
it
on
was
your
Your
ass.
field.
I
You
raised
got
you.
3
I
questions.
raised you. What do they extract dinosaur DNA from?
I know DNA.
I keep clicking on my screen as if like on my host screen. Dino DNA from mosquitoes,
Mosquitoes.
not sandstone, and certainly not crocodiles.
I saw a really good
Uh,
Mosquito and Amber and the DNA character Halloween costume.
What is Owen's job at the park?
Oh God.
Sorry, go ahead.
Owen
What,
is
was it
is
cool?
Owen? Yeah,
That's Chris Pratt.
Owen is Chris Pratt's character. Okay.
What were you saying, Michael? You said it was a cool costume.
Yeah, it was on Abbott Elementary. It was a couple's costume. One went as Mosquito and Amber. The
Oh,
other
yeah,
went
I
as
did
the
see that,
DNA
yeah.
helix.
I know
Mr.
DNA.
DNA, yeah, the Mr. DNA, whatever. Yeah, Dino DNA. All right, last round. Better be a good one. Who is the park's original founder? Come on.
Oh
guys.
my God. Oh wait,
No,
no,
we
I
got
got
it,
it.
we
I
got
really
it.
thought for a second it was
Yeah,
Alan.
Alan.
Got it right.
We've
No,
been talking
Alan.
about the
Alan.
dinosaur that
Alan.
Alan. That movie is so fucking funny.
All right, so I won that one because I'm the most excited about
All
Jurassic Rebirth.
All right, let's go
what it's
here.
called.
Guess the scene rom-com. Uh-oh, Eric. Looks like
I forgot I was playing, so I was hoping to throw y'all off.
Yeah, let's go
It's
here.
right up Eric's
Yeah,
alley.
maybe I don't know this.
Rom-
As long as it's
Romy
within the
Comey.
first 30 minutes of the movie.
Well, listen. I feel like
That's
we,
funny.
Yeah, first, that's funny. Hey, that's funny. That's a funny.
You,
He's a funny guy.
you
He's
make a
funny.
funny joke.
Sorry.
You
Make
make
a
a
joke.
funny joke.
That's
When this
You-
internet
oh, you
speeds up,
fucking
I'm gonna
mocking me?
fucking
no. I'm gonna
I'm
fucking
gonna
kill you.
fucking kill you.
All right, here we go, guys. Everyone in?
I am in. Yes, I don't have the screen
Alright, here we
sharing
go.
though.
Let's
Wait, share your screen, Brian. Share your screen.
I don't-
fuck me.
Time's up. Oh,
It's just time's up.
Wait. Wait. All right, I'm gonna go back. I'm just gonna quit. I'm gonna quit this game.
I wouldn't have
Fuck,
got
I'm
you
sorry.
got mail. I ain't gonna lie.
Because that was still sharing.
Trying to
Alright, well,
win
that's
at
a
any
freebie for the
cost,
first-
huh?
That's a freebie for the first round. We'll all get it because I was so confused.
Did you answer,
Um,
Brian?
No,
All right, good.
everyone leave this lobby. We're gonna have to join a new lobby.
Well, whatever that picture was, it was You've Got Mail, a movie I've never
Yep.
heard of. Off to a good start.
You got mail.
All right, scan it.
Is your
Yeah,
screen
alright.
sharing again?
I gotta share it. Hang on.
Oh,
There we go. They're doing it again. Now I'm doing it. I just shared it. There you go.
All right.
Sorry, guys. Heavy as the crown.
yeah, thank you for
Of the
always
screen
sharing
share.
your screen, Brian.
Oh, I'm a white-haired guy now.
Oh, I'm the same character. Let's go.
94162.
It's love.
Alan.
Alan.
Do you get the
Confuse
balloons
people,
to
I'm
pop up
Alan.
again? Oh, they're the balloons. Let's go.
Alan. Why does it do that randomly? Okay. If it happens to be you got mail in the first one, we'll know.
All right.
Let's play. No, it's not.
Is
Oh,
this
shit.
Notting?
I don't
Ow.
know. I can't see it yet.
It looks like Notting Hill, doesn't it? I think it's.
Oh, fuck.
It looks like Notting Hill. Can you see it now, Mr. Krabs?
I've never seen Notting Hill. I just know what what's his face looks like.
Yeah, Hugh Grant.
Hugh
All right, next
Grant.
round. Here we go.
Alan.
Alan.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, I've seen this.
Unfortunately.
I've seen this one.
unfortunately,
I
I do
have
know
seen
this
this
one.
one.
I didn't know this
Oh,
one.
I'm so
man.
wrong. I'm so
Yeah.
wrong.
No, the kissing booth is the one
Jacob
with,
Elordi,
Jacob
you're
Elordi and Joey
right.
King. This is the other one. This is
All
Noah
these names,
Centineo,
that's the one
bro.
with Glip Glop and Slim Slam. I don't know who these people are.
Chad.
Wait, I didn't realize,
I'm old.
I didn't realize Brian was Alan.
Who's
I can't see who this is, bro. I'm taking a shit.
Neither of them in cars. It's probably not senior year.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with the prom.
The half of it.
Oh,
Brutal.
wrong.
Alan.
It's a Netflix original, I guess. Al.
We're stinking it up.
When I get the cussing
Oh, I got
booth
a
pops
gift.
out, I'm so
Everyone
fucked.
did. What do I do?
Oh, you didn't uncheck
Open
the
the
mini
gift.
game box, Brian.
Oh, I didn't.
Click something, Brian. Click something.
I'm sorry, I forgot to check the mini box. Oh, if you received a gift, you just lost 150 points.
No, I
What?
don't have that. to
Oh, I
give.
declined it.
I ran out of time, thank God.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, I
Mike,
win.
do you want me to end it?
Brian.
You want me to end it? You guys want me to end it? The fuck is?
What?
Oh, wait, I know this one. I know
I'm
this
guessing.
What is
I'm taking an
this?
educated guess here.
What is this?
It's a mermaid
What is
underwater
this?
next to a boy. The movie is called Splash. I have no
I'm
idea.
sorry, I forgot the minigame.
Mermaid.
Should I go back and do another one? I feel like I'd start over, but we don't know these movies well enough. What the
Carol.
fuck is this?
Oh, I should have been Let It
Hold
Snow. It's a Christmas movie.
No,
Fuck.
they're wearing coats.
It was so obvious.
I thought Carol was caroling. That's what I said,
Carol.
Oh my god.
No way, bro.
Alan. It's gonna be another mini game. Watch.
Oh,
no. Oh, I know this one.
Oh, gay.
Interesting, bro.
These are all like net. Why are these all Netflix?
All right, this is Love, Simon.
Why? Right. It may just piss off. Like they're throwing either like the '80s or it's Netflix originals.
Yeah, what
that are just
is
a little bit too
this?
young
Is
for
all
us.
just a
Yeah.
I
plug.
don't know why.
Hulu
Why it's no in
original.
between.
Have some respect.
Alan.
It's a Hulu
Alan.
original.
I know this one. This one she fucks a 13-year-old.
Whoa. Oh,
People- hey,
because he's in
listen,
a
I-
big body, perhaps.
She's an adult's body, but she does have sex with him still. Just saying.
And that's Harold, and that's Maude.
Yeah, nope, that's big.
All right, this is Tom Hanks and some woman.
It's gonna probably be one more mini game in here. I'm guessing it's gonna be like fucking open the gift.
Don't open the.
Oh,
Oh, we know this one.
oh,
I can't.
do you?
Wait, isn't this Ford's favorite movie?
No. Oh.
No, that's the other one. That's
Oh,
I think
I
it's
just saw
this
the
one. I'm
ginger.
picking this one.
And they're in
Fuck.
Ireland. I do know the movie.
you got. Yeah.
I should have known that.
This is a fucking. This is cause like we were like this is panderingly easy now. we
No,
just
I don't know shit.
Alan. Oh,
Oh,
I know this one.
uh,
This is the. Oh, it's a wedding planner. I thought it was.
oh,
Man.
Woo,
Did you get that right? Or
Yeah,
did
I
Eric
did.
get that right off screen?
I got it right.
All right, I thought Eric.
Is Eric playing still? Eric from
Answer.
Yard,
He
Roman
fuck-
Holiday.
Last round. It's a
What
mini
if Eric
game.
gets this? I want him to get it so bad.
Oh, I know this one, right? It's got to be that. Yeah, Julia Roberts. It's got to be that one. She's shopping.
Admit Eric, quick.
Yeah.
Eric, vote. Quick, Eric. Oh, he voted.
He did vote.
Oh, he got it wrong. He's got the
He
proposal.
can't see this. Well, he can't see the screen, so
He had a
Give him a little bit of
50-50. He
slack.
had like a
He
25%
could-
chance.
he had a 25% chance. Eric, you didn't get the last one right. I'm sorry.
Give me the balloons.
Alan,
Let's
that
go.
was
I
kind of
win.
fun, man.
Captain Romeo.
That was
That's
good.
stupid
That was a
shit.
good time. That was a good time.
This seems like an in-person
Damn,
game we can play later. There's tons of these,
Oh,
by the way.
definitely. Yeah.
And it's more
Yeah.
free than Kahoot is now. Kahoot's got a little bit full of itself.
Turning Abwall on Kahoot?
Yeah, Kahoot's a fucking mess.
Oh.
You have to make an account. It's a whole
Really?
thing. Yeah, that's no account, no
Really?
nothing.
I like it. It's the same shtick.
Yeah. All right. Well,
All right. Good episode,
another
fellas.
pod in the books. Remember, next week we are watching
Yes.
Paris, Texas.
Every guest on my
Texas.
podcast.
How many papers do I have? Paris, Texas.
Wow, there's gonna be.
Wow, that's bright.
If someone joins the Well-Headed Cinema Club, are we gonna make sure Mike has a hat? Does he own a hat? Have we checked?
He probably does.
Does
I've
Mike
seen
own
him.
hats? Does a fish
Mike
have
owns watch
legs
hat.
and gills?
Mm.
Yes and no. Yes. No.
No, they don't have legs. I don't
All
think.
right.
All right. Anyways,
all
Mike, the Mike Pod next week.
Yeah.
Paris, Texas, watch it. And
Yep.
also, you know, if you want to throw in a little bonus, you can also watch Bring Her Back. And we hope you come
I'm
back
I know I'll be.
scared. I'm
to the
scared.
Well-Headed Cinema Club.
I'm scared.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
And
Dude,
with
that's
that,
a-
we've lost our last faithful viewer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
Peace out.
sorry
Good
about
to see
that
you,
one,
buddy.
All right.
Sorry.
Thanks.
See you, fellas.
My bad.
Thanks for
Bye.
listening, y'all. Peace.